started writing, and then it turned out to be this beautiful, and now it's in your hand, and now you are just keep coming for the signing and all. So this is a journey. So we are here to celebrate that journey, not just for the launching the book. And it's an honor to be here, to be with these kind of panels who is having so much experience, so much of I'll say passion towards enlightening the people. Because if the industry, like the industry they are having, they are not from the you can say the particular literature field. They are from the aviation field, some other field, but they still prefer to write something to let the people know, and to be honest, to be an author, and that's a very respectable job. So thank you so much for joining us. I would just like to ask Amit Singh to introduce, to tell about the book, to about the things that what exactly he went through, that it landed up in this and in this beautiful way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The book, as such, needs to be read to be understood, and it's all about the mind. So, I was in Indian Airlines, based in Bangalore. In Bangalore, we used to have only one flight, or rather two flights. It was Bangalore, Singapore, Bangalore, or Bangalore, KL, Bangalore. So I used to wander on those 3-4 hours, which I used to do every 3 or 4 times a week. At what am I doing? I'm sitting, doing nothing. But I was thinking, so that basically started that what am I doing, and I should be doing something more productive. So then I thought, why not some sports? Then I tried something in martial arts. Yeah. So that was okay. Running, that was also okay. But ultimately, the mind would not settle. So then I realized that there is something which is controlling me, which is not present. And introspection and thinking deeper, I found that there is an invisible thing called mind, which is not in the physical form, but that had a capacity to control you. So the first chapter of the book starts with myself in the shooting range. So I was a national level shooter, silver medalist. In shooting, what we used to do is we have a target in front, and the target has to be, we have to fire the shot within 10 seconds. If you delay it, then your hands start shaking. And if you shoot too early, then also basically you don't have a good shot. So it is basically, then I realized it is a game between the mind and the brain. So every time I used to align the shot, perfect alignment, the brain used to say, wait a second longer, you'll get a better shot, you'll hit the bullseye. And the brain used to say, no, time is going to wait, you have 7 seconds, 3 more seconds, your oxygen will run low, you have to shoot. But the brain will come back, like, no, wait for a second, you'll get a better shot. So then tussle starts, and what happens is, we call it finger lock. So the brain wants to shoot, but the mind, which is not present in the physical form, locks the finger. So I cannot basically shoot. So if the brain exerts too much, then it is a washout. So this was kind of interesting. So I said something which is not present is controlling me in the physical form. So I used to started exploring more and more why we do what we do. So that is about the book. So even in safety accidents, so normally you go for the proximate cause that this accident happened, so this one is to be blamed. But why did he do that? What was going on is in the mind when the actual action happened, when he did something or not do something, what was in the mind at that particular time. So I wanted to know that. So the best guinea pig was myself. So every time I would make a mistake, I would start thinking, why did I do that? Why did I not do that other thing? So that then I would do some research. Is there any research on this? Then get more stuff and then start writing blogs, and that is how the book came up. Another important thing is the breathing. Again, comes from the sports. So breathing is life. And even in aviation, we have seen when you get started, you get basically your diaphragm freezes, you can't think, or you react, or you have an overreaction kind of a thing. So once you start breathing, then your body relaxes, you can think. So we kind of start moving away from the basics. So then I moved to back to basics, that we have to get back to basics because that is more important. We did so much of CRM, but CRM is too many jargons and too complicated. People who come to CRM classes, crew resource management, so they are bombarded with the curriculum, so many days and so many hours, and this is the new term, new terminology. So they kind of, like any school-going kid, try to avoid those classes. But they do not understand the basic. Where is the genesis? So if you fix that basic, everything gets fixed. So you don't have to be so advanced. And a lot of things I learned during training. So I used to learn more from a very junior person rather than a senior. But the junior would ask you fundamental questions. And you used to scratch your head, I don't know this. So go back to the drawing board and learn, then come back. So all these things are kind of etched in the book. And a lot of things like I've tried to relate to a lot of safety related incidents, accidents and daily life. What we see is not what actually we see. So there are certain more intricacies to it, that there could be something in front of you, like it happens, my wife tells me, that give me that thing in front of you, I will see that.
It happens with everyone.
So then you must understand that we do not see everything. The picture in front of you is not what you actually see. You only see fixations. And there are certain points of interest. Like you look at a painting, you look at it in a certain way. You notice the eyes first or the nose first, something. So your eyes move in a pattern. Those are fixations. And how long do you look at it is the gaze. So, and the brain fills up the rest. So you don't have to, while we don't read in the linear manner, we read in a zigzag way. The brain keeps on filling up. So the brain is doing a lot of things. And the whole game is about the brain and mind. They keep playing. Like in the Mahabharata, they say that Yudhishthira is asked, what is swifter than the wind? Which is the brain, the mind. Mind is swifter than the wind. And again, you have to keep the mind under control. Even in sports, cricket, you would have seen that the best of the batsmen is told that do not fish outside the off stump. But they do, and they get out. So that is the mind which says that you go for it. You get a 4 or a 6. So that is when your attention breaks. We have limited attention. So I'll take only a few minutes because your attention will be lost. So all the distractions in our society, so those are the new issues which are coming up. So the next generation, now I'm looking at next generation training, how do you train the next generation? But they have an attention span of a few minutes. And too distracted, too many things to do. So now mindfulness comes in, between breathing and mindfulness meditation. So all these kind of interesting things are there in the book. So as and when you get to read the chapters. So the chapters are in, firstly the Mindfly is okay. I named it Follies, Malice and Human Factors. So I said malice is a bit too much. So follies are basically these things, how we get fooled by things which are not present and we actually see things. So illusion, hallucinations, all these things. The realities is the second part, in which you have real cases like the Homi Baba accident. What actually happened in that? So it was not that the aircraft went into the hill, the Mont Blanc. It was a clear-cut case of a bomb blast on board. So any layman can see that. But why did we not investigate into that? That is a different issue. The first aircraft to be bombed was Kanchenjunga, Air India. So that was leased by the Chinese premier. And they were to fly from China to Indonesia somewhere for a conference. Last minute he didn't turn up. And midway over the sea, the bomb went off. And some of the crew survived. They swam for a long time and they were rescued. And they got a Shaurya Chakra, all of them. The first time civilian Shaurya Chakra was given. And interestingly, the flight engineer of that, who was given the Shaurya Chakra, was finally dismissed from his service during Indira Gandhi time. There was a case when there was a fake or a real, I don't know, case of a sabotage. So they faked it and then put the blame on him, and so he gets rewarded and then enforced. So that's the reality. So life is all roller coaster, up and down. But at the end of it, gains and losses, they kind of even out. Yeah. So then human factors is basically that everybody blames the pilot error.
Yeah.
So that is not the appropriate terminology, human factor. But there are so many factors which affect. And one of the big factors is sitting next to me. He affected, the moment he walked into the office, a lot of people ducked basically. They would go under the table, not to be seen. First he would go here, operations, then especially, I don't know if Barinder is here or so, and then I think we moved his office to the corner. We gave him the corner office. But he was still loud enough. So anytime he used to call, send him over, means he's, yeah. Door open or closed, doesn't make a difference. And his one of his secrets was the red file or something. His import from Indian Airlines, that in this I have the red file. So a lot of Indian Airlines things, how to, that is basically not the interesting parts for the things which came with him. So he had a trail behind him when he walked. So people like, if there is a 747 going or a heavy jet,